There's my family. Put the music a little louder. We don't care. We don't care if it upsets the algorithm. It upset the algorithm during the sauce. A lot of thumbs downs on that one. I wonder why. So predictable. Oh, anyways. Your brother's here. Your brother's got the cards. Your brother would like to very quickly talk about this. Because this was, what day is it anyway? Okay, this was Saturday, Sunday, and Monday's card. Cloud cover on Saturday, card of the day yesterday, Sunday, card of the day today. So that's three in a row. A lot of choices going on. Okay, and then that was paired with soul retrieval card, choices, balance, us finding balance. It's quite clear if it went from the divine feminine to the inner child to then the healing process. This healing process is going in flow. It was divine masculine during August 8th, and then it was divine feminine during 9/9. And now it seems to be saying something's about to heal with the inner child. Maybe both of them simultaneously. Who knows how it's going to be. I just want to let you guys know that these healing processes are empowering. And this is not just, part of me was asking if this was spiritual bypassing the other day in the creek. The creek is getting cold, baby. I love it. But anyways, part of me was asking my spiritual brain if my logical brain was trying to do spiritual bypassing, but no, it's alchemy. As a mental alchemist, as somebody that knows that something of unworthiness being turned into worthiness gives me more clay. If the energy, if the power, if the what is the gasoline or the steam or whatever it is, that is what creates what I want, what I know we all want, what humanity is wanting. I hate to say need ever in this present moment. When I have that feeling of my heart is racing, when I have that feeling of sadness, anger, if there's something to transmutate, there's more energy at your disposal. I was just letting you know that, because that's something that I was having a realization about. That was something that I was really embodying. And then it got me asking questions about, which who knows how much of this, or if this is going to come up on the 15th for the skull channeling. But what if the greatest farce and the greatest lie in the history of spirituality was the thought of vampirism as a whole? What if vampirism and taking, everybody's never take, and I get it, but what I've learned since I started to basically embody the tree and to embody the dryad, and many of you were there for that long ago, as all those videos, they're all back there on YouTube if you want to just scroll back about a year or so. And it was about having these roots, root. That's why precious people were sending me gifts like this and all the little roots around the temple. Having the roots to go out, to pull something in, to take it into something worthy, to transmogrify it, to transmutate that which is unworthy into that which is worthy, which is the last known teachings of Hermes thrice born, Trismegistus. Mental alchemy, plain and simple. Mental alchemy, doing physical alchemy by me in the nation of the Magi, drawing conclusions, drawing something. What does it mean to draw? To make something appear. Still have more to sit with that word, but that word is very loaded as well. What I'm getting at is, and obviously when I talk about the divine masculine, when I talk about the divine feminine, when I talk about the mother, when I talk about any of these archetypes, I'm not limiting them to specifically what I'm saying. I had a realization from what I consider my mother aspect. And my mother aspect was asking me to look at this whole, what she does. What does she do? She sees where there's sadness and she turns it into joy. She sees where there's pain and she turns it into power. For me, knowing while I'm at the gym or while I'm here, while I'm there, what energy is easiest to turn into what other energy? What is the opposite of that polarity for what it is? Because I had this whole realization with sadness. There was this very, very sad guy. You know, as an empath, and any empath that's watching this knows this, as an empath, we get the opportunity for somebody to just be like, I don't know why I'm saying all this. And they're pouring out their heart, they're pouring out their life story. I had some like Marine CIA spy or something. He was telling me all this stuff he wasn't supposed to tell me, to be real with you. And I'm not going to share, obviously, any of who he is or what that was, but he's just bawling his eyes out. And he's crying in the gym. And because I kept like feeling people's pains. And I'd be like, oh, not now. I got this day. Oh, not a leg thing or an ankle thing when I'm about to do legs. And spirit be like, hey, whoa, you asked for this. And then I'd go, oh, yeah, hold on a second. And I would like set new maxes by turning someone else's pain, which isn't real. If you're feeling something, if somebody else's, there's a reoccurring thought that is having you feel that pain. So it took time for me to groom myself to get to the point where when I feel somebody's pain, realizing what I can turn it into and how to turn it into. And pain for me, it's always turned into strength and power. But sadness, when I attempted to turn sadness into strength in the gym, it didn't work. So I realized, like, you know, sadness is more able to be turned into joy. But you know, I'm going off on a tangent right now. What I just wanted to leave this little grain of salt or sand with you, if you even choose to glance at it. What if this belief structure of vampirism came from distorted masculine, and distorted masculine did not want you to step into your power as the mother? And what the mother does is she finds something that's a mess and she cleans up the mess. That is transmutation. She finds unworthiness and she turns it into worth, plain and simple. So what if this whole like, oh, they're taking this, they're taking energy, this thing, that thing. No, it's my divine masculine, which is the boundaries of the container, that when somebody goes, oh, one more thing, and me in my disempowered state, I would allow this and I would allow myself to get drained. But now if I'm like, all right, I got to go. And they're like, one more thing. I'm like, brother, sister, I love you. I'm hanging up now. I got to go. It's up to us to have the strong boundaries that we don't allow ourselves to be drained. And then those people will go seek, if that even is vampiric, those people will go seek that elsewhere. So we've been enabling anybody you can consider, oh, well, I feel like Alexander's wrong because so-and-so is a vampire. You have probably been enabling them. We have to have the boundaries. We have to have the strong container. We have to have the conviction and the dominance over our reality to say, no, I feel the second that's happening. And what we probably should really be doing is calling it out to the person. Like, hey, this is starting to feel a little drinky. You call like this, da-da-da-da. Because it's like out of like last week's tarot sessions, the last 3, I had to tell 3 high-level empaths and shamans or, you know, whatever in a row about how they're just like, all right, fine. And like, they know that they're all like, their body's hooked and people are draining. And they actually think that these people are going to die if they don't allow them to drain them. So that was my main galactic update for you all is they're not going to die. Okay. They're just, if anything, you're enabling, it's like enabling a drug addict. It's like, you know, this person's addicted to this thing and you're like, okay, I'm going out, and you leave that substance or that alcohol or whatever it is, or a pornographic magazine, whatever it is, you leave it on the coffee table before you leave this person alone. So if you're enabling the draining, then you're part of the problem. And maybe what they need to see to realize that they're an empath, because the people that are draining others they're empathic in nature. Who knows who's hooked into them and who's draining them? What we really need to do is teach them strong boundaries. And by you showing them strong boundaries and them just completely just going kaput and just feeling like they can't, they're so tired, they're so drained, is going to get them to the place of asking why. Why do I feel this way? Why is this going on? Why? And when they ask why, they'll get to the answer. They will get to the answer. So Yeah. Love you all so much. So I got my board from my writing down the readings. What are the galactic updates? Oh my God. All the information that's come through. So there's a brand new session on the site on Galactic Tarot. I'm going to really go through and tell people exactly where they're from. I get asked, it'll be at the end of a soul retrieval session or something a lot, or like at the end of a tarot session. People are like, so what galaxy am I from? What starseed lineage am I? And I'm like, oh, you gotta ask me that in the beginning. So for the people that have been asking that question, and for the people that want a full breakdown, which I can actually show you how I'm finding what I'm finding during the session, that's available at galactictarot.com. And I'll bring it up again, but the Sedona Starseed Summit is right around the corner. We've got the biggest venue, 1111. It's not about the money, family, but we are putting money together for the Spirit Foundation and for the kids. Seriously, to get Spirit wanted me involved in this whole, and I hate to even consider it politics, but how do I consider it ascension if I know that there's children, going through a situation? So if you there's not going to be anything scary there. You're not going to have to watch anything. I'm just letting everybody know that every single dollar of the proceeds is going to getting children out of trafficking. That's down in the comments. That's down in the links. And if somebody can't afford to come, but you're supposed to be there, then it's like I said on the site. It's based upon, what you can afford. This is the suggested donation. It is a third of the price of last year. Obviously, we hope that people want to give more to help the community and help the kids. But it's not about the money, is what I'm saying. It's about getting the family together. It's about the community, which was so comical because I saw all the comments that were going on in here. And it's like... it's just, I find it so funny when distorted vibrations are bringing up things that are already fixed. Find it very, very comical. I love you all so freaking much. That was your galactic update. We're going to get right on into it. Let's get right on into it. So what time is it? 12:40 for Aries. That was like loud. 12:40. So make it happen. I'll see you here. I'll see you here. We're doing the thing. We're going to dance. We're going to karaoke. We're going to have speakers. It's going to be all the things. There's going to be vending. Oh, yeah. If you want a vending spot, let me know. Let me know. On the website. So don't Starseed. Don't just let me know here. Okay. Here we go. Oh my God, what was I thinking? I did an unboxing on Instagram and it completely fried the... Sid wants the bunnies. Did you see this? I'll have to put a new time for Aries because, oh my God, my family. Hold on, let's bring that a little bit closer. Are you ready? Are you ready for the newest addition to the Galactic Tarot family? Those will be at the Sedona Starseed Summit. And quite possibly the brother who makes them. He said he might be there. I'm hoping he'll be there. This is Earth Tuned, by the way. I should have put the link in the comments. That's like, you want to talk about Starseed stuff right there. That's right there, my family. It's still ringing. It's still ringing. I could ring I could ring my other tuning fork, and this one will still be ringing when it's done. So yeah, I've got 512. So that's basically the big version of this little guy. And then I have 432 hertz for the root chakra. So good. So good. All right. It's still ringing, but we have those. In case of an emergency, please, Hannah. Okay. All right, Aries. Let me update the time. I know, Becca. The sound of crystal. 1540. How interesting. It took exactly 3 minutes. Okay, 1540. Let's do it, Aries. You need somebody. I already cleared these, right? I did clear these. Feel cleared. Actions speak louder than words. Crystal Cross reading for everybody born under the zodiac sign of Aries. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, people wanted the bunnies. Well, let's hope I don't roll a 4. I'll do the bunnies. If this is a 4, I have to reshuffle. It's an 11. Thank God. Okay. That would be Scorp. Scorpio gets the bunnies. All right. Oh God, Aries, we're off to a roll already. Wait, no, this is good. That's funny. These eyes. That's what's off camera. Okay. This is honestly quite kind of comical. This combo of cards I've never seen before. How hard Spirit is working to get in touch with you. How hard Spirit is working to get you to focus on the good. Okay. All right. So this is the good news, Aries, is you're finding this out on the 2nd of the month. So focusing on the positive. All right. And this does not mean stubborn optimism. Stubborn optimism was the terminology Alexander used for quite a while. What I was really always attempting to say was faith. But when you hear faith, a lot of people get a religious vibration. What the word really means is trust, but trust with knowing how powerful you are spiritually, knowing that you are a god in a popsicle suit. You are a starseed. You are this epic, powerful person that is whatever guide is saying they're working really hard to get through to you right now. But we're looking into the future. We're looking at all of October. So what's beneficial about this is now we can kind of shift this and we can see why this is going on right here. And we end it by the middle of the month is what I like. So you have the truth. You know the truth. The truth sets you free. This represents the boundaries. This represents being in our state of truth. And then we get right here to about halfway through the month and we see being tied up and then from the choices we made. So this needs to end, plain and simple. Sometimes we have certain belief structures about things we do and manifestations we have, which are very, very Powerful. Very, very powerful. So some of your belief structures they need to end because they worked in the old reality. And do they work here? Yes, they do. But if these things were removed, things would flow easier. There's energy that's being wasted worrying about whatever this is. It could be like the silliest thing. It could be what number the volume's on the car radio, and like just like little things that are almost like obsessive compulsive disorders is how this is coming through to me right now, Aries. Like some things that you're doing, your energy would be better spent somewhere else, and spirit has been telling you like, oh God, here we go again with this. So there is this responsibility. This is this ability to respond and this ability to have the phoenix rise from the ashes and to learn and to remember what you already know. You already know what I'm saying to be true. And there's the bottom of the deck is showing the Queen of Wands. So there's a certain fear of what happened last time. There was this fear of being punished when you didn't do anything wrong. And I get it, but this is why this is complete and you're fighting with manifestation is what it says. Like, do what you will. You're going to learn what I'm saying this month, one way or another. That something that's happening is being blamed on outside circumstances, and your team wants you to stop doing that, and you want you to stop doing that. And you remember, you know what works. You've already learned everything that I'm referring to right now. So allow that phoenix to rise from the ashes. Allow that being to be how that being is. Instead of, always trying to change something that's outside of the self. Ask why this is coming up. Ask why you're doing this. And even if I happen to be wrong, when you make the answer you, there's this gift of healing. There's this gift of transmutation that is available. If we go and we accept somebody else's karma, like much like what you hear, like, oh, Jesus died for their sins. Jesus died for the sins. So it's like when somebody does something or has the agreement that like, I want these people to be free. I want this to thrive. I want the children this. I want this, that. I want ascension that. So much that we accept something that wasn't ever ours to accept. That's true compassion and true love. Not doing it because I'm saying it, doing it because that's what you get to. So why I brought that up is because if it is this other person, if that egoic brain that's coming through, that's blaming instead of, and from victimhood, instead of just accepting what the heck is going on here, because this is showing that the mind has the body having some sort of issue going on in the middle of the month. So I'd like to just shift this all right now and change this and say, this is because of what happened to your oracle. This is because of what you were considered or how you've been looked at. And this is all shifting. This is all shifting right now. So let's shift it and move on to the next sign. I think maybe Aries gets a root chakra fork. For that feeling of safety, for fast, effective relief. Let's see the root chakra fork. You go here. You go here. Oh my God. He's got two of them? There's two of them? He didn't start with one. He started with two. Oh yeah, that's the 432, baby. Okay. Oh, for the Aries. Here you go, baby. Come on. It's still ringing. I'm just going to put it away and move on to, is it Taurus? It's Taurus. Don't know why I buckled that close. I'm probably going to need it again. I knew it. I was waiting for Becca. I knew it. Yeah. 25. Well, let's just call it 26. Try to understand. Oh, that's absolutely what it's for. By the bow. That little round end is so you can plug it into the chakra. All right, Taurus, let's go. Hard work again, huh? Oh, God. So interesting. Good stuff. I like this one, Taurus. Okay, so this is actually saying that by using manifestations, by using moon magic, new moon, full moon magic, it doesn't have to be as hard of work as you've been believing it is, as it's been considered, as it has been. It has been certain things that need to get done to bring in whatever, the abundance, the food, the whatever it is that you've been manifesting, the spiritual healing. It's saying, as the paladin that you are, to be in your masculine dominion and use your feminine oracles, gifts, skill sets. You have the ability to make this easier. There's nothing you're squandering or wasting by doing that. This is saying the inner child, the masculine, and the feminine are working together to manifest. That's how we enclose space. That's how we make an uncrushable shape, is by combining hexagons and pentagons. This is this sacred geometry, plain and simple, having the feminine, the masculine, and the child all working together. And you remember when you were in a vibration of your inner child, when things were just flowing. Like, we all remember that, when things are just like, wow, like, I just like, why? Like, everything's been going so good. The front parking spot's always there. It's raining. It stops raining when I'm walking from the car to the market, and then it starts raining again. Like life is a miracle. So life can be a miracle. And it already is. It already is that you have the ability to do all this stuff, and your family has the ability to do all this stuff, and your spiritual family has the ability to do all this stuff. It's all about picturing it. It's all about writing it down. It's all about knowing it's going to happen, taking the high ground, knowing you have the high ground, being in that state of truth, and making the decision once and for all. Because everybody's looking at you as if you're the counselor this month. Like, everybody's looking at you for help. So how do you best help everybody? You best help everybody. They want you, regardless of what suit you're in. There's a very masculine feminine coming up. The most masculine of the four kings, if you ask me, and then the emperor right here. So it's all about your boundaries. It's all about your, lack of better words, control over the reality. And how you control the reality is by using your magic once and for all. Knowing what you're manifesting during the new moon is going to happen during that next full moon or one of the next upcoming full moons. And when you do that with co-creation, when you do that with your family, when you do that with your friends, when you know that the people that you're telling about your manifestations, they want that thing too, it will happen. Okay? Because the card that's coming up is like, well, what about that person? I told that person this and then this didn't happen. Of course, that's the way it is. You know, it's like when we let people know, like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Sometimes our loved ones can say like, oh, what if they get too big? What if they move away? What if this or that? There are some times where our blood relatives and our lover or our best friend is actually rooting against that which you want, that which you're manifesting, that which your heart desires. And then this thing all of a sudden that seemed like it was happening doesn't happen. So that is for a reason. Include the people that you know in your stomach, you know in your heart, you know on a cellular level that are co-creating that which you want, and get that done. This literally shows, boom, I create the container as the masculine. I fill it up till it's overflowing. I look at all the bounty that came from this, mind, body, spirit. I do this multi-dimensionally. When we do something multi-dimensionally, it has to happen. The example I've been giving everybody, and I said this first on Patreon. I don't think I've ever said this on YouTube, so I'll share this quickly before I move on to the next reading. But if we go through the 7 sounds, so the 7 sounds, if we go through the 5th sound, which is for the throat chakra, so it would be do, re, mi, fa, so, so, so. All right, so now I'm using my 5th chakra to make the 5th chakra sound while I'm picturing baby blue, while in my consciousness, I'm also saying, so I'm saying it in my head. That's 4 times. That's 4 dimensions of the same sound. I'm using that as an example for something that you might be doing or not doing multidimensionally. Because that same way that I'm talking about the sounds and the chakra and the colors, it's a very simplistic version of talking about you doing it, your physical doing it, your feminine doing it, your other dimensional version doing it, your higher self, if you're still using that vernacular, your spirit guide. When we do something multidimensionally, it has to happen. That's law. That's law. If we keep checking all the boxes and it's happening everywhere, then it's going to happen here. Okay. So I use that as the example for what is for me this video. I want it to be so perfect. I haven't made it yet on how to be in your kingdom, to be the king, plain and simple. Because people hear dominate or dominance and they're like, that's what's wrong with the world. That's what no, it was the people and how they were using this. Dom seriously just says king. It means kingly. It means to be able to have the walls of the container protected for our feminine. Plain and simple. Making sure like, no, I'm the boundaries. And that's not all the divine masculine is, as I was saying earlier. But the masculine is who is responsible for making sure that the feminine and the children feel safe. It's their duty. They can't do that if they're in this broken down, pathetic state. Ba-boom. All right, moving on. Gemini. But the society told me I had to be weak to allow the blah, 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 the blah, blah. Nope. Whoever's telling you that, have them come on my channel. I'll go shot for shot with them any day of the week and prove them wrong. 3430. Your brother spits hot fire. Okay? On to the Geminis. Oh, this is a safe space. This is a safe space, Mystic Mama. What's comical is when you block somebody and then they just change their name and they think your intuition isn't good enough to know that that's them under a different name. That's what's real comical. The block button is universal. I can feel your energy. We can all feel your energy. Oh, God. Bad energy comments will be blocked. There's already so few subscribers, honestly. Nobody needs your subscription, to be real with you. Sorry that this is in the Gemini reading, not talking to anyone in particular except for someone in particular. Love you so much, by the way, from the bottom of my heart. Somebody shut that static on your butts! However do you need me? However do you want me? My name is different. I started another YouTube. He'll never know it's me. Oh, God. It's like liquid hot magma. I have a block button in my room. You give me 2 seconds. I'll go up there and I'll hit it right now. Gemini, October. People want the drum, huh? You guys with the drum. I do have the drum. Oh, Georgie. Yeah, Georgie. Now that's a comment. Take notes from Georgie. Gemini, October 1st. Oh, we're going to have to wrap this up by the time we get to Leo, please. Wrap it up. What was he just talking about? The walls of the container and the cup overflowing. And there's that guy. It gets good. Oh, it's good. Then that happened. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. On the journey. We're talking about the journey. Okay. This is what already came in. Okay. Gemini, Alexander is going to have your guides talk for you through him right now. Okay. So a very epic, very large scale upload, download, whatever you want to consider it, has been what just came in. It just came in. It's right there. And you're not able to see it because of the thought structures. The thought structures are blocking it out. It's almost like there's this Murphy's Law belief structure of this never happens for me, or blah, 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 or that is then. There's some sort of belief structure where you're fighting with yourself. Okay. You're emotionally fighting with yourself. And this can only fit down the hallway. It can't get jammed through the keyhole. So it's just slamming into the door over and over again. And I get it. I get it. And the fact that I don't get it. This looks traumatic. Whatever the heck happened, I get it. Whether this is past lifetime, in the past, we're seeing that's the naughty bad man, okay? And we're seeing that whoever the naughty bad man is, or woman, whatever this very powerful, masculine, destructive force is in your life, Gemini, who the first thing you thought of, whether it's in this life or a past life thing that you keep saying and admitting to yourself that it's repeating, this person's soul family. You ask this person to do that. As I was saying earlier, and why I said that earlier is what I'm seeing now, because this is 3 readings in a row. When we have a feeling of anxiety or sadness or anger or rage or whatever it is, we have something to transmutate. You ask this person to do this thing. They seem like a Saturn returns. They seem like a dark night of the soul. They seem like, well, why did this person do this? Why did this happen to me? This happened to make sure you literally said to this person before you came here, if I'm not at this point by now, then you show up and do this. This person is soul family. You just can't see it. Because that's what this card is. This is the distorted version of the Lover's card. The Lover's card was just in the bottom right here. That's number 6 in the last reading. Now we have 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. It's the same card. It's the angel with its feathers plucked off. And like these people think they're stuck together and they're not. So that's what you're thinking. You're thinking you're stuck when you're not. You're thinking when you're stuck when all of the elements and all of the power that you desired and what was required for you to do and get to the next step. Because this is all like life purpose stuff this month, middle of the month. You have to stop getting in your own way, is what I'd like to say. Because this is literally like, oh, sad, the manifestation, the house on the hill, the karma. What karma? You've already paid it off. You've already paid it off. Your guides want you to know that. Like life wants you to know that. Light wants you to know that. Everything that is you wants you to know how powerful you are when you're in your loving vibration, and you're not in your loving vibration when you're in this limiting thought structure and, oh, I have a tough decision to make. I get it. I get it. And your trauma is different than anybody else's trauma. And only you know your trauma the best. But you chose that. You chose that because you are the one who knows it the best. And you're the one who can heal this for all of humanity and say, okay, there's my folder, and drop it into the file cabinet district of, I did my archetype's job. I did my starseed mission piece of what I went through, so nobody else has to go through it. So even if it seems similar to all the people around you, it's because they're waiting for you to figure it out. They're waiting for you to do this thing. So you need to stop making excuses, just like the last reading. Stop making excuses and do what you're supposed to do, which is your soul's mission. And you can't do your soul's mission if you're in this mentality. Okay? My heart races too. Sometimes I feel aggravated and anxiety too. And I'm fortunate enough to know that I'm normally a pretty happy-go-lucky goofball 99.9% of the time. So when I feel that, it's pretty easy for Alexander to be like, well, this is something collective. This is a solar flare. This is this is that. This is this collective healing. It's easier for me to locate. For some of you listening to this, it might not be as easy for you to locate. That just is what it is. But just know that when the energy is there, you have something to work with. And Spirit's wanting you to work with this and stop getting in your own way. Gemini, I love you so much. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get out of my life. Let me sleep at night. That's what song was playing while I was just saying all that. Say that to whatever form of your ego is getting in your way, Gemini. Okay, see? And then, Cancer. Cancer comes in, it goes right to Coolio. See, that's what I love about you, Cancer. And then I get a little sad because I remember how they killed our brother. He kind of called it. He called it. He said, they're gonna kill me if I say this, and he said it anyway. Avicii! All right, moving on. 4337. He's going to keep it positive today. Alrighty. We want the drum. We'll see. Why are we so blind to see? That the ones we heard are you and me. That was some pretty wise stuff way back then. This is saying that we're all one. That just popped out for you. Becca says this is what I wrap the Violet Flame prayer to. I like it on Wheels of Steel instrumental by Outkast. And my homies are friends are going to rest my anger. Ooh. Okay, Cancer, October 1st to October 31st. Oh. Call forth now in Mary's name. I like that.
Sometimes they forget that we're under the protection of the Virgin Mary and Kuan Yin because we came here with a divine mission. Sometimes they forget. Waves against the rocks, I guess. Waves against the rocks, I guess. They buried us beneath the reeds. I guess they didn't know that we were seeds. Cancer, save us from these past 3 readings, please. Or not. I mean, just whatever's supposed to come through. Okay, the truth about strength. Oh, ooh. Oh man, this is for everybody? What? There it is again, the Lovers card. Okay, alrighty. Ooh, I don't know if I can end the reading on the Death card. And here we go. Okay, the Ace of Swords, the truth with the strength over it. Okay, so utilization of our strength as an earth angel, because the angel is where? In the physical. The physical. But what's happening energetic? There's the hooks, there's the cords. I already just talked about this. Cancer, this is literally saying like you're like your hips. Is it your hips or your shoulders, or is it both? Where are you feeling this pain that isn't actually a pain? It's not real. You're allowing hooks to exist in your body because you're, oh my God, your family, your loved ones, your soul family. It's all a lot of people that like drama. Okay. And it's not even that they like drama. They're wondering how to heal and how to address their drama. And instead of you showing them the strong boundaries, the strong cup, the strong field, and I'm not saying that you're not showing them this ever. I'm saying that by allowing them to drain you, okay, this is not what we're truly supposed to be doing. And this could be also, like you could be saying like, oh no, I don't allow this to happen. If you're getting triggered by them, it's still happening, okay? Spirit wants you to really look at this, because I just felt a huge majority of the Cancer said, no, I'm not doing that. No, that's not happening. And it's coming up in the reading now, like 4 in a row. Spirit wants us to know. This is literally what I talked about in the Galactic Update. I talked about in the Galactic Update, hoping this wouldn't be all the readings. And now we are here, 4 readings in, and it's talking about soul retrieval, karma, and you holding the truth. You're already holding the truth, okay? So this is saying that this is happening at work, or what is supposed to be what's bringing in the money. And like the strength is there, but it's not there for your soul family, for your actual family, for your loved ones, for your kids, for God's sakes. This is saying that you being the shaman all day, every day is what you came here to do, being born under that sign, being born at that time, being born with this strongest connection to the moon. You are right there at the, like, look at that. Look right there. Okay. You are right there at the shore. You're at the shoreline. The eagle's on top because there's no such thing as Scorpio. Newsflash. Scorpion is actually eagle. They changed that. Turds. And the fish is under the water. So this is under the water. This is above the water. The Cancer's right there in the high tide, low tide. Sometimes in the water, sometimes not in the water. Sometimes outside of the rock, sometimes under the rock, protecting themselves. That is because you guys are so freaking precious. I love you guys. I just love Cancers. I love all the signs. But Cancer, you guys, I've seen you guys do things I've never seen any other sign do. So you came here with a specific mission, and people can attempt to take advantage of that and have you like, whatever, do the dishes, do this thing, do that thing, whatever the heck it is. People can try to take your kindness as weakness. And what the people around you are wanting to see is you to stop doing that. Plain and simple. You to remember who you are. Where are you? What stasis pod are you in? What starseed lineage and soul suit are you projecting into this reality from? What does that body look like? Are you just attached to this body? Or do you know like who and what you actually are and what is projecting into this suit from where? Okay. He's getting a little out there right now. I just want you to remember you're a high angelic, and to be a high angelic, it's the brightest light, cast the darkest shadow. There is some sort of shadow integration going on here, and you admitting the truth and balancing yourself and doing your shamanic duty to balance the wheel. Because once again, we're seeing the wheel come up, and it's like, this is not talking about, the last reading was saying how like there is no karma here. This is talking about on the day-to-day when things are happening, you believing, oh man, I messed up. When you didn't mess up. You didn't mess up. We have to stop thinking that we messed up and just tell ourselves, okay, well, I wish I did that better, so next time I will do it better. But you having that realization of, I messed up, means you didn't mess up, because you've now just made a decision that you want to do better. You want to be better. You want to continue to evolve. Whereas most people are too miserable to do that. These people that are Lex Luthers, plain and simple. Okay. So, because this person likes the brown light, they're crying over spilled milk, and it's just like death to me. All Alexander needs to hear to keep somebody in his life and to continue to care to the highest degree that I can, and take this or leave this. I'm letting you know how I tick. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay here. Okay. If somebody says they don't want to evolve anymore, I'm done with them. I'm done with them. In a love relationship, in a family dynamic, a best friend. If I see that somebody's no longer evolving and I bring it up to them and they're just like, I'm tired, I just don't want to do this anymore, I'm like, okay, freaking still love you, but I can't be around a lack of evolution. And whoever these people are in your life, Cancer, they don't care about evolution. And that's my love language, and that's your love language. So be honest with yourself. And I'll play the freaking drum later. You gotta earn the drum. You don't gotta earn the drum. Got a little fiery there, Cancer. Oh, can we do Leo now? You can do magic. 5242. That you desire. All right, people want the drum. We'll do the damn drum for a second. All right. But don't get greedy. Why does Leo get the drum? Woo! Do it more. No. My demon was almost gone, but no, you stopped. I'm so sorry. All right, hold on. New time. 5242 is a stupid number anyway. 5503, we like it. All right, here we go, Leo. A little star language on there too for you, Becca. I know you were asking for it. October 1st, October 31st. Leo. No more. Okay. Oh, wow. So what was like this for Cancer is the end of the reading for Leo. Very, very interesting. Okay. A tough decision, a very tough decision, because we see that the decision is not being made multidimensionally. Okay. Why is the session, the question not being answered multidimensionally? 1 second. Masculine truth, the balance energetically, energetically balancing all aspects of the self. Okay. Having the ability to balance all aspects of the self, Leo. This is something that we've learned. There are certain things that we are basically seeing a choice here. We're seeing a choice being made properly, and we're seeing a choice being made improperly in the past. Okay. So when we see this taking place, all right, we see that this is connected to the oracle. This is connected to this version of the self that's considered the witch. But in this terminology, they want us to see this almost as this from a family dynamic, like how our family sees us, who's judging us, and what we're allowing to think of this whole. Do they think I'm crazy? They don't think I'm crazy. Do they? Oh, this is this. Or certain things that we hide from family members and loved ones. This is all about not hiding anymore what we know to be the thing that is messing up our energy. Agreeing to stop doing the thing that we know that we're doing. So allowing that to come forth, because to just ask why something is the way that it is, and then receiving the answer and not listening to the answer, it's going to make this happen more and more. It's making me sneeze because I'm like talking about myself while I'm. Okay, hold on a second. He's good. Watermelon. Okay. I don't know why that works, but it works. Okay, anyways, making an abundance of the proper choices to release, to shift, to stop doing the things that we already stopped. So there could be things that we started doing again that we knew we shouldn't have started doing, like maybe like drinking alcohol or doing something that we stopped doing, we knew we should have stopped doing, and now we are doing it again during the month of October. We're allowing ourselves to do this thing when we're wanting to be firing on all cylinders. Like when I said the soul, picturing the baby blue, multidimensionally, the mind, the body, the spirit. We have to make the decision to do that which we came here to do multidimensionally. We have to do it in all the places. And then ask spirit, is there anywhere else I can do this? Because inner child's just done. Like inner child is done. I've been seeing that come up in a lot of people's readings. I've been noticing that coming up in myself. I mean, it's right here in the form of a, oh my God, what did he even make himself? That's on his wrist right there. Just done with projections, done with attacks, done with excuses, done with all of it. Taking ownership and responsibility and claiming whatever I've been seeing as, oh, this thing always happens, or this thing with the subscribers, or this thing with the this thing with the that. Knowing I'm responsible, whether I am or not. When I claim ownership, when I claim responsibility, that's how I can then accept it, heal it, transmutate it, and move forward. So I see this whole party right here. And this literally says a party. And it shows, once again, all the hooks coming to the angelic. So how are these hooks showing up? Are these things? These are things that you know you need to do. These are glances from other people's eyes. These are things that you're saying, oh, well, this person made me do that. This person projected that upon me. Well, I felt like they were going to do this thing I didn't want to happen. This change was going to take place if I didn't do what they wanted me to do. Your reality, and I'm speaking from my own point of view, Leo, your reality wants to see you be strong and have strong boundaries. And if your reality is projecting something upon you that it seems like you need to do this thing to stop change from happening, allow the opportunity for that change to happen. Because to truly step into where you asked to be, to truly transmutate and to get to where we decided we wanted to be as this masculine priestess, plain and simple. This is the masculine form of the high priestess. There's the two pillars. There's the veil right there, but this is balance. This is the balance of the masculine and the feminine together right here. But this is still distorted because she's coming up as the witch and he's coming up with this sword as this like lawyer version. These two becoming one, that's where the true magic is. That's where the true power is. And that is what I've known is going on right now. But for this to come up twice in a row, with this whole like how the angelics are feeling and what we're allowing and what we're doing, enough is enough. And I wish I said this during Cancer, but I'll say it right now during Leo. Whoever these people are, whatever these places are, whatever these things are, ask Spirit for a sign. This is what I do. Instead of just cutting the cord right off the bat, even though that's what I should do, cutting the cord, giving 50% of the cord is your cord. 50% of whatever it is, you own it. You own it, okay? So if somebody's got something going on, or there's a hook, there's a cord, whatever, if you cut it in the middle, take it back, give it back. But like to just whatever the thing is, whether it's a thought structure, a belief structure, a spiritual belief, a person, a place, to fold the hose in half in the middle and to see how my reality reacts to, like say it was drinking and it's not drinking. I still haven't been drinking, but if it was drinking, to give the example of, okay, well, I went back to having this one beer again or whatever. I'm going to cut it out today and see how is my dream time. Does Spirit reward you? Do I reward myself for not doing the thing that I stopped doing, that I started doing again? Do I reward myself when I don't do the thing that I know I wasn't supposed to be doing again, that I started doing again? Okay. I use this as the example. Okay. That is not the exact example. It could be many, many different things, Leo. I share that with you because this is something I've been doing. And this is literally what happened the other night with my dream time. I had one of the most awesome dream times I've had in maybe over a year, to be honest with you. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to let you know I gifted myself for asking, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? I'm going to cut it out and see, is my dream time better or worse? And to allow like money to come in or miracles to happen and just say, okay, this is how I'll test this. And we don't need validation to do what we know we need to do. But clearly some of us do, because we know that there's a decision and it hasn't been made. And we need to be working in all the realms. Becca, I haven't drank. I was just using that as an example for everybody. You're asking me which deed would just make you want to drink. I haven't drank. I haven't drank. And honestly, it's like a Pavlov's dog thing. It's like certain restaurants, like if I go to the sushi place, don't get me wrong, I have a thought of sake. But no, I don't want to drink, Mama Bear. I ask Spirit, what can I do? I spent a few months ago saying like, oh, there's just no day off, like waiting for this day off, waiting for a night off from the work or whatever it is. I'm just being, I'm being safe space right now, even though it's YouTube. But either way, letting everybody know, showing his vulnerability right here at 105.35 vulnerability. To basically say what I'm going to do or not going to do and then stick to it. When I tell Spirit, I want more, to know that I need to want more. Spirit can't give us more if we're in this state of, I need a day off, when we really don't. When you're the strongest one that came here to do that which you're the strongest to do, asking for a day off or even a moment off when you don't really need it. You think you need it. You don't need it. You want it. And you maybe don't even want it. It's maybe just an excuse to not step fully into how much work you know that there is when you do fully step into your power. On to Virgo. 106.32. Ba-ba-doo-doo, Okay, Virgo, here we go. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Who's your galactic card paw? There's so much more than a card paw. Tell him what he knows. He really wants to hear it. Season for validation. Boom, boom, boom. Virgo quantum. Couple of poppers. No way. Hard work again. The work card with hard work. Virgo might want to hang on to those. Something different. Betterish. This is so much betterish. Okay. Alone time is where you learn you're not taking your alone time. Okay, so this is good because we're seeing here that during the month of October, you're supposed to take alone time that you don't take. Oh, wow. That's really getting involved over there, huh? Okay. We're going to say it anyway. This is what we do here at the channel. Whatever you're wrong, get on that, please. Thank you. Anyways, these fights and this version of you that comes out, that is the distorted masculine, plain and simple. The destructive masculine comes out because the feminine is not being listened to. Your mother is not being listened to. So you're saying things calmly and calmly and calmly and calmly, and they don't happen. But when you hit the ceiling, it happens, Virgo. All right. So there's this whole like crying over spilled milk and seeing that You just plain and simply need alone time. So take it. Don't ask for it. Don't just go and just take the alone time. That's how you claim the high ground. That's how you hold the high ground. That's how you continue to be the counselor that you are. When you take this alone time in nature, or just go for a drive, or go to the gym by yourself, whatever this is, that's how you show up the best for your family and for your friends and for at work and all the things. And you're making the excuse all of October when these cards were dropped. You were making the excuse how you didn't have the time, or you couldn't do this thing. You couldn't go do this, or so-and-so is going to want to come. It doesn't matter if so-and-so wants to come. You tell them Alexander said that they can't. Tell them they want to yell at me, they can book a session. They don't have to book a session. But no, you just tell them that Alexander said that they can't go. I want to go too. Too bad. Alexander said you can't. Who the f is Alexander? He's this guy on the internet, and he said, I need alone time. Now, you don't have to say that. You got to stand in your power on your own. You can't do it because Alexander said so. Okay? But the way and the fastest path to your happiness and your being in the state of partying is when you do the things that balance you. And there's sometimes where you got to go ground, you got to go clear, you got to go do things that you can only do when you're alone, plain and simple. So do that, take that. I love what I'm seeing right here. What is this saying? Is this a spiritual upload, download? Is this money? Okay, whether it's spiritual abundance or financial abundance that you're looking for, once you've taken this alone time, once you've done whatever this meditation, whatever this thing is, alone, or gone out and become the not even best version of yourself, because there's certain willpower things and there's certain things that you need to get to that place of willpower and that place of strength and that place of power of remembrance. The better version of you, once you become the better version of you, you're able to see that there's somebody that you can co-create with. So this is about sometime around the 20th, or that window. It's about closer to the end of the month, but not entirely at the end of the month. There's something that you can manifest with somebody else that's in their power. So you're in your power, they're in their power. Do you have to wait that long to do this? No. Take the time now, do the thing now, remember who you are, know that you're counseling all these people. The thing that you do, you're thinking, oh, everybody does this. And no, they don't. And if they do it, they don't do it as good as you do. So step into that power. Both of these cards, so this shows that Berlin comes down and the Phoenix comes from the ashes. We're literally looking at an open tomb. We're looking at like something is returning to you this month. One way or another, it was going to happen. Like the end of this is like, boom, the power, the manifestations make this happen. This will happen with flowing grace if you take the alone time, you make the time to meditate, you do all the things that you already learned they work. This reminds me of kind of like the Leo reading a little bit, because this is like you learned that this works, but you're not doing it. Okay, so what is it that you know that it works? Is it juicing? Is it making a supplement? Is it this thing? Is it that thing? What is the thing that you know it works and you're not doing it right now? Or things, doing all the things. How does Spirit bring the next thing in if you're not showing them that you're doing all of the things that you know that they work? We can't make excuses any longer. We've already been in a place where we can't make excuses. You made the boat. Don't miss the next boat. 114.03 for Libra. We have a little lost girl. She is a Libra. Does anybody know where the little lost girl is? Who is he talking to? Is it me? Who is he referring to? You know. For the little lost girl born under the Zodiac sign of Libra. You know. Okay. Leaves. Let's do it. Oh, and then bunny cards. Let me take them out now. While I'm remembering. See, I caught myself. While I'm remembering. You like that? I catch myself numerous times a day thinking or starting to say or actually saying and going, ugh, before I forget, let me do this before I forget. What? You want to go to the store with me, Alexander? Yeah, I'm down. Down? I'm up for it. My family. Pick better spells, for the love of God. All right. No more love on the run. Virgo reading shoulder hook. I'll put you in a box and slightly shrink the box. That's scary, Alexander. Don't say I always knew he was dark. I always knew he's working for Big Blue. Hold your breath. I'll let you know. I'm sorry. Okay. No more playing the drum. No more drumming. That's it. I'm just kidding. Josie! Yay! Scorpio is getting bunnies. Jen? Not you too, Jen. I'll reach through the camera and hug you if you do that. She's like, oh, wait a minute. Do I get rewarded for poor behavior? Yeah, that's a video I have to make soon. We have to stop rewarding people for poor behavior. And I'm not talking about you, Jen. I really love you so much. Wait, no, this is Libra. The Scorpio is next, and they get the bunny cards. No one else. Those are the rules. I didn't write them. One more. They want me to release focus. Okay, October 1st, October 31st. I want to be with you everywhere. It's everybody's favorite song by that other lady. That band with 1,000 people. Oh my God, it's getting pretty good, Libra. Pretty good. You know what I always said? If you're going to pull the devil card, pull it in the past. I want to be with you everywhere. Okay. Oh, sorry. The cards. The high ground. The high ground for making the right decisions. The right decisions. Standing still. Standing still. Why? Why are you standing still, Libra? Spirit says to keep going with the reading. Okay. Somebody from the past. Something that happened in the past. So standing still. Happy birthday, by the way, Libra. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Sitting still. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that pyramid of non-movement. Okay. Sitting still with the fire of the inner child. Okay. So your excitement, happiness. What makes you truly happy? It's your mission, the mission that you came here to do, the mission that you came here to be. What you're hoping for. The angelic energy coming in. You're sitting still with your purpose. Your purpose is your joy. Your purpose is the joy that your inner child, you know what your inner child wants. So, okay, so maybe this is what this whole 10-10 window is. This seems to be validating it. Okay, because we see this big, is this financial? Spiritual. Is It's a download. Okay, this is a download. We're seeing the download come in to get you to the next magical level through balance. So balancing the masculine and the feminine. So balancing the entire hexagonal matrix, if you will. You're sitting still with something that you want to do. You're sitting still. It could be a business idea. It could be a move that you want to make. Your angelic, your benevolent forces of spirit keep telling you to do this. You're going to be seeing the signs all month. I can't tell you exactly what this is, Libra, because it's different for all of you. It could be a business idea. It could be a vacation. It could be a trip. It could be asking somebody out on a date. There's something that you're not doing. You're sitting still with this thing, and it's not like sadness, but it's starting to aggravate you about yourself that you're not doing this thing. Okay? So do this thing and don't be aggravated with yourself. I don't like that. And I know like Libra does have that whole, they can have that opportunity to not do the thing that you want to do, but please do the thing, that which it is that you want to do. If you do not know what this is, tune in on it. Ask for it to come to you in your dream time. Book a session with somebody that you love. Drop cards yourself. I think you know what this is. I think you can feel it as I bring it up. Your inner child knows. Your inner child can do this thing and enjoys this thing and enjoys this person's company and wants to go to this place and wants to be in this place. And for some reason, you're standing still. So you can always go, usually, most of the time, you can always go back to whatever's going on right now. But to know something worked or it didn't work instead of not knowing. This is, you don't want to just sit still. You sit still and sit still and sit still. This is the equivalent of dreaming. Oh, it's my dream. It's my dream to one day do this. That's one of my favorite. I was just quoting this on the Patreon on Saturday. It's a Aesop Rock lyrics, not Aesop Rocky, the original Aesop Rock. And he says, "Look, I've never had a dream in my life, because a dream is what you want to do and still haven't pursued. I knew what I wanted and did it till it was done. So I've been the dream that I wanted to be since day one." That. Be the dream, live the dream. If the dream doesn't turn out how you want it to, my family, at least you know. But to sit still and to stand still and to have the high ground, have the ability to have gone through the learning and done these Saturn returns and to go through everything that you went through to get to where you are on the journey, give yourself a birthday present or whatever the heck this thing is, or things are, and do them all. Do all the things, Libra. That is all. You can go now, or stay and hit the like button. Scorpio. Whoa. Here we go. Bunny cards for Scorpio. Let me write down the time. AKA ego. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Alrighty, let's do it. Katie, you made it. Katie, why? Katie, you said you'd visit. You said you'd visit. See, this is why I never do the bunny cards. No, this has never happened before. I dropped some King of Wands, The Hierophant? Okay. Let's see. All right, who are you? Well, if he's going to drop the cards, I just can't stay here. Okay. What do we have, Scorpio? How funny. I was just seeing how Scorpio's really an eagle. And Freebird comes on. Uh-huh. Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Look at that. Look at that. The Lovers and the Devil card on each side. Interesting. Five of Swords. Decision to make. Oh my God. Okay. Two of Wands. Where you want to go. What you want to do. Queen of Wands. Okay. Eight of Cups. The worst of the journey's over. All right. King of Cups. The immovable object of love. Your strength. Moving forward while looking backward. I'm not doing that as the last card. The Tower. Now that's the last card. That is the most adorable. I've never thought I would think it was so cute to see flaming bunnies, but here I stand. Sit. Here I stand, sit. Wow. The poor bunnies. Why? Okay. Scorpio, we've already had this conversation and we're going to have it again. All righty. Okay. Wondering why something is that keeps manifesting over and over again. And go. A choice to make. There's a choice. The choice is right here. We see the Devil card. We see the Lovers card. So this is a choice about something with soul family. For a larger percentage of people that I'm speaking to right now, it's about a romantic partnership. For, I would say, what is the percentage here? About 40% of the Scorpios that are hearing this is about your love life. The other 60%, this is about family. This is about soul family, okay? And what we're getting right here is the choices that are being made and the reoccurring pattern. The reoccurring pattern is coming from, first, let me talk to the 40% that this is about the love frequency so I could give because this is a totally different interpretation. Scorpio's getting two readings. How interesting. Okay, so for you, those of you that this is about love and romance, Spirit wants to remind you to become friends with this person before you jump into it. Like they're reminding you that you always jump into something too quickly or have somebody do this or meet this person or meet the kids or this thing or that thing. Like something's going too fast and you're not able to see somebody's true colors. And yes, they're soul family. Like none of these past things that you're thinking of as I'm saying this are mistakes, but you have to be the reason that this stops happening. You have to claim that this stops happening. You can't just have this thing just keep repeating itself that you don't want to repeat itself. Like, look at this. Look at these bunnies. Do they look happy? They're like, why does this keep happening to me? And it's like, well, you're not realizing that you're manifesting it is what it says. This card represents soul retrieval, and this card represents a choice. This doesn't mean that you have to book a soul retrieval session. This means that something is happening where something from the past, the Queen of Cups, we get the King of Cups, something's happening with your multidimensionality of how you want this to show up. The Queen of Pentacles is the one that's manifesting. So it says manifestation, manifestation, manifestation. So you're the reason that the whole Devil card, that these people have been coming up. It has to do with being alone. It has to do with codependency. It has to do with healing something. To just take your time and make sure that this person is a friend. They're supposed to be a friend and a lover, not just a lover. So like this is like, once again, the fast beginning on the journey. So this shifts moving forward while looking backwards. You know what the brother is talking about, your strength. You're able to handle all these text messages, all these phone calls. Could be a little bit of FOMO. Address the FOMO, Scorpio, okay? And just know you're the one who says, I'm shifting this. I want this to be different. Love is only going to get stronger if, like, nobody's going to like run off because you're wanting to become friends with them. If this whoever this person is that you're being pressured into this, or like you're creating the pressure yourself, and what if they leave? What if this? What if they meet somebody else? Whatever this is. Who cares, honestly? Like that, to me, honestly, that's some deeper questions that you need to ask. If this person doesn't see how awesome you are and they don't know you're worth waiting for, then no good. No good. Alexander labels them NG in your phone. First name N, last name G. They've been changed in your phone book. Imagine. That'd be great. Now on to the rest of them. Okay. The other 60%, a new beginning that you're making as a manifestation. Okay. For you to be able to manifest to the highest degree that you can, you want to be using your multidimensionality. Using your multidimensionality, there's some sort of focus on something negative. There's some sort of focus that, is it more on work right now? Yeah, the old version of you, which is still here. And this is something that has had the opportunity to shift. It's something that has shifted. When something's going on in your life, you kind of just like, it's saying that you nose to the grindstone. You like really focus on work. You really focus on, bringing in money or taking things to the next step at the workplace. And what Spirit's wanting you to know is a lot of things healing right now. The Phoenix is rising from the ashes. So there's something that is wanting to come up with your strength, paying attention to the messages, the patterns, okay? So for the other 60% of the Scorpio sign, paying attention to the patterns and finding out like what happened, what took place, what did you do that you want to heal, and allowing that Phoenix to rise from the ashes once and for all from the past. Something happened in the past, something you're very, very loving. This is showing how loving you are. I don't care what these other signs know. I see you, Scorpio. That's one of my favorite signs. I freaking love you guys. This whole vindication or like this whole how you guys are projected. You guys are so devoted and so loving. So devote yourself instead of to the work, to the work. Okay, the spiritual work. And I'm not saying to let your financial like what brings in the abundance. I'm not saying to let that suffer. I'm saying that something is massively shifting for you this month. And this goes for the 100%. Something is shifting one way or another with how things would happen in the past. And you need to feel that you're getting it done. Know that you're getting it done. Do all the things. Focus on the positive. Having faith and trust in your belief system. That's what I'm really wanting to say. Something with FOMO. Something with leaving something behind or feeling like you're missing out. Also, that's wanting to shift and not be there anymore, plain and simple. So pay attention to what's coming up. Pay attention to the signs that you're getting. There are going to be repetitive signs that come up, miracles that take place around the windows of when you're thinking about the thing that is what is supposed to be shifting. So pay attention to the miracles or the lack thereof. And you got this, Scorpio. All righty. Who's next? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. 134.37. That's a 2. I don't know. 34.37. Here we go, Sag. October 1st, October 31st. One more. Okay. I can see the angel standing next to me. Oh. Oh, wait, but it's on its side. Good. How we doing? How are you doing? Good. Ooh. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It only took 9 readings to get a decentish one. Congratulations, Sag. You've got a silver star, maybe the gold star. I don't know. It's tough to call it the gold star right now. Okay. Unconditional love, being in the loving vibration, very, 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 very happy, loving vibration. Hurt, okay? Hurt is still purging from shifting from the old reality. So something is purging, something is shifting, something is balancing to some sort of hurt in your heart, okay? So we see that's happening. There's an offering in the past. The offering in the past is this balance of masculine and feminine, having all the elements on the table. And basically, once again, this is like what I was saying earlier. It's just not as aggressive now. Where are you getting in your own way? There's somewhere where you're fighting with yourself. You're getting in your own way. Something is counterintuitive to what you want. Okay? So you have the ability to have whatever this thing is to happen. It comes from being in a vibratory rate of happiness and love, balancing the masculine and the feminine together, having all the elements on the table, and then just seeing that whatever this thing is where you're fighting with yourself, something shifts this month. By the end of the month, something massive is shifting. This card came up so many times today, it's weird. I'm going to be honest with you. It's 3 days. I even showed the daily. I don't always show the daily at the beginning of the reading. 3 days in a row, choices, choices, choices. This is the card that shows the choice, but this shows that making a good decision or a bad decision. Obviously, the sad person in the background is not a good decision. So choices here, choices here. These choices are how you're going to show up. And having this hurt in the heart, you obviously don't want it here anymore. You want this to be balanced. You want this to release. But this is basically you being the most loving that you can, being the mama. How do we be the mama and, get things done is what you're really learning right now. Whether you're in the suit of a masculine or a feminine Sagittarius, this is what I was talking about earlier. When mom keeps saying things and they don't happen, the destructive masculine has to come out, gets to come out. And it's like, to me, like that's what spirit told me. It's like, call it rage. Rage is an excellent place to be, but a terrible place to stay. Okay. So not to stay there, to notice where we're getting upset, to notice what we used to do, to notice how we used to push people away, push things away, stop things, end things, and saying like, I will be the shift of this. I will be the shift of this. This is what you've been wanting. This is what you've been manifesting. You've been manifesting deeper love codes, Sag, and they're here. They're here. You're just kind of testing yourself a little bit and getting in your own way in a certain way. You just have to see how you're getting in your own way. Heading towards victory either way, mind, body, spirit. But like I was saying, silver star, maybe the gold star. This is the best reading of the day so far. You're heading towards victory one way or another, multidimensionally. We're seeing the multidimensional victory here. We're seeing you claiming your magic. Your magic is love in light. It always was like kind of comical to me when people say love and light. Light is a frequency, programming the light with love. This is what you're learning. This is what you're doing. This is how you're working and getting your job done and your life purpose on the ascension path. Where are you getting in your own way? Where are you saying, I want this, but you're doing this other thing that's counterintuitive to that thing happening? Where are the belief structures, the words that are coming out of your mouth, the thoughts that you're thinking? You're the only one that can address this. And it looks like you're really working on that this month. And Alexander applauds that. He gives you a round of applause. Good job, Sagittarius. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. She's a man eater. Capricorn. They'll see it later, honey. They're at work. Cap 141.14. You know it, Bo. Oh. Completion. Ooh. What is that? A friend. Okay. This is a choice that hasn't been made. Okay, completion. What are we not seeing that's been completed with the divine masculine? Something's not being seen. Oh my God, it's like kind of like the same message just over and over again today. Where are you going? Where are you going? And he's back. All right. Something has been completed. The energy is returning to you. The energy already has returned to you. It's once again, what was that, Gemini? I was giving this message. It's like the door is closed, and you're waiting for this thing to come through the keyhole. The door needs to be open. It's just slamming into the door over and over again. Okay, so something has healed with the divine masculine or the lack thereof. If you're thinking, yeah, right, divine masculine. If there's something that's been upsetting you about the masculine, about the world the way that it is, that's normal. That's normal. But we have to basically be in a state, in a higher vibration, a higher vibratory rate. We have to be in a higher vibratory rate to shift the thing to the higher vibratory rate. This is what you're being reminded of. You can't work on something that you're looking at it like it's still above you. You need to surpass this. The phoenix needs to rise from the ashes for this thing to be done. Okay? You got to go above it. You got to go above it to pull whatever this thing is up. And this is done through the belief structures. This is the healing that needs to take place with whatever your trauma is with this divine masculine, whoever this person is, whatever this belief structure is, whether it's the state of the world, it's already done. This says it's completed, but you're still allowing these things to come in by having the belief structure that is not done. We went through some major shifts lately, my family. Major shifts. This goes for all zodiac signs. And many of us are just still remembering the way that it was. We're still remembering, oh, wow, every time I did this, that would happen. Oh, black cat, if a black cat crosses your path, this happens. None of these things are true anymore. The belief structures, the superstitions, a lot of the things that are believed that had a negative connotation. If I do X, Y happens. The only reason why Y is still happening is because you believe it's still happening. So there's something with the masculine. There's something with stepping into the power of the masculine, with healing the masculine, that the feminine is still not feeling comfortable with, which I get it. This has been thousands and thousands of years of BS. But you're being asked by your brother, you're being asked by your team to rise above this, Capricorn. To rise above, to get on top of the mountain like you do and pull it from above. Instead of looking at this like it's above you or it's more powerful than you, be the vehicle for it. Create the overflowing abundance of it. You know, this is like, I'm looking at this as the equivalent of like Jesus getting 2 fish and making enough fish for everybody. Make too many fish for everybody. Put a bunch of fish back in the freaking ocean, Capricorn. You have the ability to do what I'm talking about right now, but you're thinking that you don't. You're sitting still. You're blocking this off. And I see it. Like it says soul retrieval, the hurt, a friend. It's like, well, I need help from a friend. I want help from a friend. That's what you were discovering. By the end of October, you were going to say like, oh, enough is enough. I can't do this on my own. I need help. If you know you need help now, then ask for it. Then find it. Find the help now. But can you do this? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Through having the appropriate belief structures, by knowing that which it is that you came here to do, that you want to do. And like I said, existing above it. Existing above it. Because whatever this is, it's got some sort of hold over you. I hate to even say this out loud. I'm gonna knock on wood, before that and better. You can't address this and adjust this from below it. You need to get above it, is what Spirit is wanting me to tell you. How did this song get on here? This isn't on my playlist. This song isn't mine. Honestly. Honestly, this playlist isn't mine. It's the radio. It's just playing whatever it wants. 147.55. Aquarius. Yeah. Aquarius. One more. Okay, it's a big shuffle for Aquarius. Good. Okay, good. A little bit of fun stuff to navigate in the beginning. Sitting still with how things are, certain belief structures. It's Spirit's really wanting me to get through to you guys like one sign at a time. It feels like I'm doing the same reading over and over again. The choice from the past, the belief structure, the bigger the hat, the bigger the belief structure. And this, like, whatever this Murphy's Law type chaos is done. You need to realize it's done. You need to know it's done. You need to release the old. Look at this. This is awesome. This is saying to release the old multidimensionally, because she's multidimensional right here. And your cosmic card, which is affecting pretty much the entire reading, is the Ace of Cups, and you got the Ace of Pentacles, and you got the Ace of Swords. This is the best alignment of cards I've seen, but it's still this similar thing of what is manifesting, what you're thinking, what is manifesting doesn't have to be manifesting. And I don't even see anything bad happening. Spirit just wants you to know, Aquarius, that you're a counselor, and to counsel people, they're going to more come to you and be readily able for you to continue to shift your reality and the realities of the many when you're in your truth and you're in your power and you're in your multidimensionality, and the phoenix rises from the ashes. Again, you might be thinking this has already happened. It needs to happen again then, because this is showing the house on the hill, the strength, and you being the immovable object of love. To be the immovable object of love, manifesting whatever this is, because as you can see, it's just complete. What is this? This is down on its side. And this card emotionally, in the emotional spiritual category, is having this big hat. I only have this. Very limiting. There's a limiting belief structure here that does not exist anymore, because it goes limiting belief structures completed. But it's showing you're still making the decision from the past. It's already completed in the past. Once again, I'm seeing this like boom, boom, boom. I'm seeing this giant download, upload, whatever you want to call it. This ability for the phoenix to rise from the ashes, coming up multidimensionality, but it's not happening because the person still believes that things are working like how they worked where we were. We are not where we were anymore. We are where we are. And where we are, the truth of you stepping into this power is paying attention to your belief structures, definitely paying attention to the spells that are coming out of your mouth, but making sure that you're thinking positive thoughts about yourself, thinking loving thoughts about yourself, thinking loving thoughts about others, especially also, of course, like being the immovable object of love, you need to be loving yourself. The people that I see that are not loving themselves, or they're still continuing to lie, a lot of it's about truth for you too. It's about the truth of boundaries, you speaking your truth, you telling people that you know they're lying, or you know they're lying, Aquarius. A lot of this is about boundaries, and certain things are about being a little scared to tell somebody that you can tell energetically that they're wrong, or they're lying, or something's off. And that's where you are. You're wanting to prove this to yourself. You're wanting to be strict, and it doesn't matter if they argue with you. It doesn't matter if they make a face like you're crazy. You know something, multiple things. They just held up 3 fingers. Spirit just held up 3 fingers. There's 3 things that happen this month that when they happen, it's like, it's like this thing that we do with kids. And like, it could be like a 7-year-old, and the 7-year-old's like, oh, well, yesterday I did this, and I went on a rocket ship, and they took me to the moon, and I'm back now. And we just go, oh, yeah? Oh, you did that? Because it's a child, okay? You're doing this for adults. You're doing this for people that you shouldn't be doing this for in your life. You're doing this whole like, oh, yeah, that happened. You know it's a lie. You're not allowed to do that anymore, Aquarius. Your brother's taking that away. Call it out. If these people are going to go against what you feel to be your truth, what you know is the truth, do you want them in your reality anyway? What are you missing when this person leaves your reality, honestly? Now, if this is at work, because this is multidimensional, and I do see this on one line in work, I get it. Maybe less is more. Maybe don't try to be the counselor for those people. But I say multidimensionally, step into it everywhere. Step into it in all the places, please. That would be wonderful. And I've done this. And I've had the people go, I wasn't doing that. And I'm like, I didn't say that you might be doing this. I'm telling you that I know you're doing this in every cell of my body. Stop. Or leave. Plain and simple. Those are boundaries. That is that divine masculine grandfather, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have to be extra stern. It doesn't have to be angry. It can be, I know what's happening. I didn't suggest it might be happening. I'm telling you what I know is happening. And if the person lies, let them continue to lie. You already know what lie is taking place, Aquarius. Pisces. 155.49. What do we got, Pisces? Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Take me to higher love. You have to allow the love to come to you, Steve Winwood, whatever your name is. What's his name? He is Steve Winwood. Carol, where have you been? Carol. October 1st, October 31st. Oh, it's a different message. Holy crap. Hey. Ooh. Pisces. It's tough to say that the end of the wheel got better for Aquarius and Pisces. Okay. An offering from somebody. Your thinking is dark. Your thinking is not okay. So this is the one thing I definitely want to say. Somebody's reaching out, calling, doing something. Something's happening, and you're thinking, "Oh, this person's done wrong. This person's bad," and they're not bad. They're not bad. That's for you to realize, though. You can't. No one can force you to realize that. But maybe just sit with. Maybe this person loves you very much. Whatever's going on here, they're being perceived through a lens where there's a smudge on the lens. We see the inner child and we see the party. Okay. So with this party, we then go over here to the past and we're seeing the high priestess. The high priestess, this card represents the oracles of Delphi too. So something's really shifting with your priestess this month that I love to see. Moving towards victory. Queen of Cups. She's already been here before. She's back again. Multidimensionality. Using your multidimensionality in all areas. Using your multidimensionality in the office, at work, or what you do to keep the lights on. New beginning, heading towards victory with your multidimensionality. So yes, something is very much so activated with whatever was going on with your priestess, whatever's been going on with your oracle lately. Something major has healed, and you're able to perceive it. We've got Mama Bear at the end of the reading. We've got. Probably the card that represents multidimensionality. My favorite card for the feminine in the deck, the High Priestess. You've got a lot of very, very powerful feminine figureheads that are in the 78 cards of the tarot. right here out of these 15 cards, this 15 card spread, 16 if we're counting the cloud cover, and very influential positions. So something very, very major has shifted with your intuition. Something major has shifted spiritually. Something has healed with your feminine trauma, or your masculine. Your masculinity has allowed this to come in, has allowed to be in this more loving, feminine state, if you will, but still being in your power, in your strength, because I got the sun right here. So making this offering, being able to see. So Spirit wants you to really see that whatever this offering that's coming in, something wants to heal. Something already is healed. Something's been being perceived through a dirty lens. It's time to clean up the lens, Pisces. It's time to clean up the lens. Things are drastically better than how this is perceived right now. So stay positive. And the only thing I see right here that I'd like to talk about, I don't really like the position of this card, is this is how people view us. So people viewing you as the one that's making drama, I think that could be a better position. I think pretty much any card here could be better right now. People are seeing you as talking bad about people or gossiping, or I don't know if this is some Halloween vibration or what's going on or what this is. I would just maybe pay attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth. Make sure you're not judging others, and definitely make sure that you're not causing any rumors to start or judgments to begin that are starting from weird nicknames. Like, this can be a few things, but that's the one thing I want to address. I don't like the position of that card. And then this is definitely something I wanted to bring up. Other than that, looks like an awesome October for Pisces. Mind, body, spirits, the cloud cover, moving forward with love, accepting the love from where it's coming from, and knowing there might be some smudged lens. I love you all so much. I'm gonna pick that one up. That was a good one. So it was a quick one. New beginnings. Look where you're going, my family. However it was in the past is not how it's going to be in the present and in the future. So there's some sort of belief structure that wants to shift here, because your team wouldn't be putting this up if this wasn't what you wanted. Whatever this devil card, which, what a great way to get the devil card. To get the devil card, it's not the devil. It's been being perceived as the devil. It's not the devil. So so we can get rid of this extra camera. We already did Scorpio. Scorpio is at 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 42 seconds. Fatima. Love the name. Let's do some crystalline vibration before we go. Another big shout out to my boy Josh at Earth Tuned. These are the Earth Tuned tuning forks. Now that is a tuning fork, my family. Okay. Here we go. Alexa, pause the music. Can I somehow do both of these at the same time? Let's see. Let's activate that crystalline matrix inside your body and go. Good stuff. I love you guys. Hours and hours and hours of work on all this. So excited to show you guys these sessions. So at Galactic Tarot is a brand new session up, like I was saying earlier, in case you weren't here then. We will make sure by the end of the session, you know your starseed lineage, what your higher selves are, your other dimensional versions, break down who you are, where you're from. I know a lot of people have always asked that, but like I said, it'll be at the end of a session or mixed in with cards. So to really go one-on-one and to give you the notes and all the information and who you are and where you're from, and I can even show you how I get there. Really, really excited about that. Sedona Starseed Summit. It's happening, my family. So sedonastarseed.com. If you want to come, I'd love to have you here. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a party. And it's all for a very, 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 very good cause. And that's it. Crystalcurrent.com for your energy tools. Galactic Tarot, not only for the Starseed session, but for the tarot sessions. You're going to do a one-on-one. And the biggest, most massive thank you to all the patrons that make this channel a possibility and that really, truly support the channel. I saw a super thanks come through earlier, but I was in between worlds. Who was it? Billy. Thank you, Billy. Love you so much. Nothing's required from you guys. But we really appreciate, I really appreciate the likes, the shares, the subscription, all the things, hitting the bell icon so you'll be alerted when I go live. I love you all so much for all the things that you do. But even just for being here. Thank you for your view. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support all these years. Thank you to all the patrons. Hope to see you on 1111 Gateway right here in Sedona. Love you. Have I mentioned that I love you? I love you guys. See you soon. Mwah.